what's so funny about that? Like now that I'm older, like what's the wrong fucking hole?
I don't know.
Look, we
Well,
all
I know what the wrong hole is, but that ain't got nothing to do with drinking water. We're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Well. We got superhero Chris ready for action. Excuse my coughing, people. I am under the weather, but if you're watching this, you know what I mean. Chris over here, he's like an Avenger, a Texas Avenger,
ghetto cowboy, baby.
I don't know about ghetto. You look like you about to cowboy and speed skate at the same time.
Black Adam inspired me, you know.
Well, to be a superhero or
all black everything. I already got the venom in me, you know. I'm trying to piece it all together.
Yeah, well, with that being said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi,
and your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Fort Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
Well, I feel like crap. Like I've been talking to you all day, but I am so under the weather and my head hurts. It's not a good day for me. But you know, pod don't wait for no one.
Nah, you actually don't look half bad. Like I said, you sounded worse, but
yeah.
You seem like you're okay.
Yeah, it feels like it's starting to go away. You know, I had that day with a lot of mucus, like with no mucus. Now I got my runny nose going today, a little bit of coughing, but I think tomorrow I'll be good. You know, it's a process. I think I've dialed down in that process. So whenever I get sick, I know the steps that it hits me. So
yeah, it's like a common cold. Yeah, people have forgot what that is. They think everything's COVID now.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's like, oh, every cough, COVID, or every sneeze, COVID. Like, no, like there's this thing called hay fevers, head colds. You know, maybe I just swallow something down the wrong hole and I got to cough it up. Yeah, you ever did that? You ever just be drinking and the water goes down the wrong hole? You spit everything out on that?
You know what's so funny about that? Like now that I'm older, like what's the wrong fucking hole?
I don't know. I know what the wrong hole is, but that ain't got nothing to do with drinking water.
Yeah, that's the girl start screaming. You know what I'm saying? But now that I'm thinking about it, what exactly is the wrong hole? Because I've said it before. You just said it. I'm pretty sure people out there have said it. But look, how many throats do we got? Shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know. You figure because you got the esophagus going down, and you got the uvula, the little ball in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't understand where the water goes that makes you choke like that. I have to look that shit up.
Yeah, see the whole phenomenon behind the scene.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of phenomenons, we got a cultural phenomenon on the horizon with this week's movie because The Rock officially stepped into the comic book realm. Well, has he done a comic book movie before?
Not that I know of, no.
I can't think of I don't know. They had a lot of movies that looked like they were in comic books, but I think this is actual first.
I think the only thing, I wouldn't say it was comic, but the only thing that kind of like maybe kind of would compare was Tooth Fairy, but that wasn't a comic book.
Bro, Tooth Fairy? That's your comparison? He did Skyscraper, fucking Rampage.
You said comic book role. As far as him wearing tights and shit and going to save the world, last time we did that was Tooth Fairy.
What's tights got to do with superheroes? Not all superheroes wear tights. I mean, granted, a lot of people in this movie wore tights.
Okay. Besides Luke Cage, who else you got? Luke Cage just for the hood.
Just Phil. I don't know.
Who?
I don't know. I'm just throwing out names.
I'm gonna say shit. Even Black Panther wore tights.
Yeah. Well, it was a Wakandan nanotech suit, for lack of a better term. They do a lot of that, stuff in movies where like just in order to make it like more not plausible, but to make it more like crazy. Nanotech. It's nanotech with the helmets just appearing on their heads now instead of having to put the helmet on.
Hell yeah!
I think it's so they can save money and they don't have to make an actual helmet.
I thought the computer graphic stuff was probably more expensive, but shit, what do I know?
Well, no, I mean, I think it's more expensive to set up, but then once you initially get it, then it's like you have the models in there, so you just going. That's why I think a lot of movies they don't do a lot of sets anymore. They always do like just green screen.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, granted, you're going into, worlds unknown, but man, make a set. I like seeing the real shit.
And at least build up something, like a piece of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like sometimes it looks so computerized that like it's just hard to. I get it. You're going into the universe and doing all this crazy shit, but
yeah.
Anyways, if you didn't know by now what movie we are talking about, let's let the one black man on screen tell you what it is.
Hey, it's the only movie with the only guy that my wife is allowed to chill me with, and I won't do shit about it. I swear. With the Rock, that's my dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
bro, you're gonna that's I know that's not a good look, man. He gonna be having sex with your wife, and you're gonna be asking him for workout tips. At the same time.
No, I don't want to be there when it happens.
Yeah, right.
If he pulls it in front of the house, dropping her off, I'm like, oh, did you get me some movie tickets or something? You know what I'm saying?
I look at my wife like, you better have asked him for like stock advice.
Something, man. Just don't be out there fucking for free.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta come back with something. Shit.
Man.
But no, yeah. So the movie, what is it?
The movie is Black Adam, everybody. We watched it this weekend. Freshly
released into theaters. So that's something we rarely do on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We do a lot of movies that are streaming because, for us, it's sometimes you get these hidden gems that are on the streaming service that they go by the wayside. No one ever gets to see them. So those are kind of our bread and butter. But, when you have a movie like this, one that everybody's going to be talking about, one that, speaks to our psyche and the things we like, you got to go see it. You got to cover it,
Indeed.
My question is, so this review is probably going to hit a week and a half after, Black Adam hit. Is that enough time to let people take a chance to go see it before we start spoiling shit?
I think so. Hell yeah, because man, if you look online right now, there's some douchebag out there trying to talk about it, or give their little Google review. And this is actually why I hate technology and shit, because Friday when it came out, I was going through Google and the headline said, "This might be The Rock's worst movie ever," and I didn't even read it; just kept scrolling.
Yep.
And then Monday, when I actually went to go see the movie, said Blockbuster opening for The Rock might be his greatest movie ever. And you fucking fucks. How you gonna say it might be the worst, and then 3 days later it might be his greatest movie ever? Shut the fuck up. What did Dave Chappelle say? Shut the fuck up forever. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Fucking fucks. That might be my favorite description of people. Fucking fucks. But that's true. Like, you will hear, a lot of shit spouted about a movie. And depending on what kind of person you are, you either let the critics, dictate whether you want to see a movie or not. But then, days later, if you have some grand opening, like all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, no, we weren't wrong about this movie. It's just, it's still doing good. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, before we jump into this movie,
I'm ready to drink, always, baby.
Brother, what you drinking?
Hey, I'm drinking like a college student today. It's the funny shit in the world. You ready for this?
Yep.
Apparently, my brother had a party by himself over the weekend, and drink a lot of the beer. So, of course, I'm not gonna never leave without Jack Daniel. Mm-hmm. I'm drinking my Jack. That's gonna be there. But the beer of choice today.
Oh, I want to see this. Is that a Natural Light? Good Lord. That is like the freshman special. Like, let's pool our money together and get a 12-pack.
For real. I was like, all right. I was like, fuck it. This is what I got. This is what I'm drinking.
Now, I don't drink beer, so I have no idea how it tastes. But I just know, like, when people go to the liquor store, ain't nobody saying, yo, get that natural.
No, that's why I started drinking like a college student today. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I do have in my refrigerator, obviously, for like the days I really don't feel like drinking, but want some kind of light and cheap. So I'm not knocking the brand. Yes, I drink the natural light, but I also drink, the other good shit too.
Yeah.
And for the podcast, I want to actually express the good shit, but
Yeah. Well, I'll save my reservations until I actually taste it. Because I've come around to a lot of beers where at least I can get them down now. I don't like them; they taste like ass water. But it is what it is. And that's just me personally. I know a lot of people who like beers. So if you want to sponsor our podcast, hey,
Yeah, sponsor the non-beer drinking guy. Hey,
that's a hell of a claim. I got the guy that doesn't drink beer to drink beer.
True.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, I'll reserve my critiques of it until I actually taste it.
Fair enough. I mean, it tastes like beer to me, but it's light. I mean, I ain't gonna tell you how much a case of this costs because then that's just embarrassing. But if you go to the store and look,
let me guess, were you able to buy it with loose change?
How loose is loose?
I don't know, but did your money come in a paper roll?
My money was jiggle. It wasn't folded.
Side note, that might be like one of the best like quotes. It's not even a hood quote, but like I like that. My money don't jiggle. It folds. Like, that's like bling bling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was definitely loose change. But this is hey, like I said, I ain't gonna knock it. I drink the shit. But I drink a lot of things. Yeah. This is my diet beer, I guess.
Right. Is it? I don't know. Like, how's the weather near you? Because it is. I don't know if it's sweltering here or just because I'm under the weather, but my ass is overheating.
No, it's pouring like a motherfucker out here.
Yeah, monsoon season.
Yes, I don't know, something like that.
My shit, like I got my air conditioning dialed down, but even then, I still feel like overheated. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I just came from North Carolina and it was nice. Then I get here and it's still hot. But maybe I'll have a little brewski.
Yeah, what you got? What are you sipping on?
Dial it down.
What kind of colorful drink are you drinking today?
So I actually have to go. I'm actually going light on the drinking today because normally I'd have a shot and then my cider. But I've just like I said, I've spouted it enough. But yeah, I'm not feeling all that great. And for some reason, every time I've been having a drink in the past 2 days, I immediately have to run to the bathroom. So to minimize that, I'm not doing a shot today.
What's it?
I'm just doing my Lookout Farm Row 7 Heritage Hard Cider.
All right, cool. The blue can.
And it's called Row 7, which means they must have some good soil on that row.
I'm about to
say
they
had to made a hard cider specifically from it.
Yeah,
but 7.2.
Holy, yeah, that's good. Yeah. You want to see what the alcohol count is for this natural light?
Yeah.
It says just drink it. It ain't even on here.
Bro, that's the stuff you use to take nails off.
I don't even know. Oh shit.
Right, well, cheers.
Yes, indeed. Pour this in my trusty glass.
Yep. My mug is in the dishwasher, so now I just got my little beer glass. Look at that amber. See that amber?
No, it's funny. That looks about the same color as this.
I bet you don't taste the same.
Oh, of course not.
But yours got a nice like foamy head to it. This one, the foam like dissipates pretty easily. This actually looks like some straight apple juice.
Well, this is still a beer, even though it's a light beer.
Mother's iced tea. Remember in Batman v Superman? His mother's granny's iced tea. When Lex Luthor put the jar on this lady's fucking desk.
Oh yeah.
Granny's iced tea.
Hell yeah.
Side note: Batman v Superman it should get a lot more love. I love that movie. People that don't like it, just listen.
No, that movie was good too. All right, I'm about to do about 3 shots off the back here. Right. Are you ready?
I just took a sip, but cheers.
Cheater, cheers.
Pinky out. Oh, this one's a nice little tang to it. Not too sweet. I like this. Ooh, yeah. All right.
Just tastes like beer.
So, Black Adam. Our latest foray into the DC extended universe. Now, we'll spend a good few minutes going on the non-spoilery stuff for those who haven't watched the movie yet. So, we're going to get into that. First off, did you like the movie?
Yes. Okay. I literally only don't like one thing about it. Other than that, yes, I like the movie.
Is that one thing spoilery?
It's all gonna be a spoil. Shit.
Okay.
No matter what, it's all gonna be a spoil.
Well, where would you place it in a lot of the DC movies? Where would you place this? Because mind you, we haven't talked about this movie since we decided we were going to go watch. I saw it back on Saturday. You just saw it yesterday.
Yeah.
So
where would I place it?
What would you? Is there another DC movie you could compare it to as far as tone and action?
I feel like, shoot, the Justice League, but the version that was released on in the movie, not the 4 hour long version.
Really, that's what you compare it to?
The release version, because the 4 hour long version to me was great. You know what I'm saying? I felt like everybody in that version had their proper introduction. Yeah. For whatever was going to happen next. Yeah. But the release version, it went quick enough. It went, at a tone enough to keep your attention, but it felt kind of cartoony a little bit at times. That's why I like the 4 hour long version, because it actually gets that DC darkness to it with a little bit of cartoony. Yeah. So that 4 hour Snyder Cut's one of my favorite comic book movies. That shit is long, but the shit is dope. It's so good. And the people that just look like, oh, it's 4 hours, so they got immediately turned off. It's like, man, just shut up and put your thinking glasses on and go sit down and enjoy this movie. You ain't gotta. It's broken up into 6 parts. You don't gotta watch it all at once. Yeah, so good. I would not compare this to the Joss Whedon version of Justice League, because I think that movie's ass. Okay. I think I would compare it to. I think it's more along the lines of like an Aquaman, where it's like it's got some cartoony elements to it. The action is good. Some of the lines are kind of corny, but for the most part, it's developed its characters nicely, and it told a decent story. There's room for improvement in both. So definitely, yeah. And that's what I would put it up against, or put it to. Like I personally, I liked it better than a lot of the fucking Fast and Furious movies, a lot of the newer ones. And I know that's like a weird comparison, but yes, it's like, okay, mind you, it's in end of October, but this is like a summer blockbuster kind of movie. And like, that's the kind of movies that like Fast and Furious are. And I don't know. I think with Black Adam, at least you're able to step into that world and like believe in that world a little more than, Fast and Furious. Yeah. Trust me, man. I ain't trying to see Ludacris go to space. That, or just Fast and Furious in general, they should have stopped at like 6. Yeah. Fast 5 and Fast 6 are fucking sick. Yeah. I think 2 of my favorites. What do you think? What do you think of Tokyo Drift? I love Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift, I didn't respect it until they tied it into the newer movies. Why? Because because of course, look at the first Fast and Furious, the second one, and then it came with Tokyo Drift, and you're just like, this is a total disappointment from the first 2 movies. You know what I'm saying? Listen, no disrespect to Paul Walker and Tyrese, but I didn't think the second one was all that great. Too Fast, Too Furious. The one that was in Miami, and that's got gin in it. So you think I would hype for it, but no, I didn't. I thought it was okay. No, actually, I thought Too Fast, Too Furious was good. Just like, I mean, it was good enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the seats, the stealing of the cars, the storyline. Yeah. Yeah. I thought Too Fast and Furious wasn't bad, but when Tokyo Drift came out, I was like, okay, I don't know what they're trying to do with this, but Tokyo Drift is essentially the same. Like, it's essentially the same story as the first Fast and Furious. Yeah, but like I said, I didn't respect it until they tied it into, what was it? Was it Fast 5 when they actually cut to Jason Statham? Yeah. Basically, he's the one that killed Han. Yeah, yeah. Then it was like, okay, they kind of gave it some credibility again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like Tokyo Drift just because I like the cars in it. I like the look of it. I didn't think they didn't try to go too. Well, you got to remember, Tokyo Drift came out in what, 2000 and was it 4 maybe, or even before then? No, it came before then, didn't it? That was high school. That's like 2001, 2002 maybe, ain't it? Mm-hmm. You know what you were driving back then, right? Oh yeah, I had a Mitsubishi Eclipse. Oh yeah, so your car favored the Asian community. I am a tuner. Like back when I was in high school, I was deep into like that tuner world. To the point where like I had to question a couple family members on their tuner choices. Look, so what I'm saying is, You liked it because of the cars and everything else. You were driving Mitsubishi Eclipse at that time.
Mhm.
Let's fast forward now to 2022. What are you driving these days, brother?
Well, let's just say I got the automobile version of that hat you wearing. Functional, but you know what? I keeps it clean. Actually, no, it's dirty as hell right now.
No, he got a F-150. You know, big tires.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything on the truck is bigger than him.
Yep.
So yeah.
Hey man, if you think I'm trying to compensate, you're goddamn right. 5'6", goddamn it. Shit.
Oh man.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah. But no, I like Fast and Furious. I like Tokyo Drift. The only thing I didn't like about it, and this is a pet peeve of mine about this movie, and if you think back into the movie, you'll remember. So the main girl in the movie.
You talking about Tokyo Drift or Black Adam?
Tokyo Drift. We're gonna get back to Black Adam in a sec. I need to discuss it. So the main girl in Tokyo Drift, I forget what her name was. Is the girl that fucking the whatever her name, the white dude was going after.
Yeah.
Okay, she's
an outsider too.
Yeah, but the thing is, her mom was involved in that whole like Yakuza world, and she grew up with all of them and all this different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why she got an Australian accent?
I don't remember her having that Australian accent.
Bruh, she has a heavy Australian accent.
I don't know. I go back and watch it again.
Go back and watch. And you're going to be listening to her backstory. You're like, no, that doesn't make sense. Why you got a heavy Australian accent? And then you grew up around all the Japanese people.
Huh. You know what? I gotta go back and watch this now because I remember she was definitely a pretty girl. I remember having real high cheekbones.
Yeah, she was in that fucking Bruno Mars video. Nothing on You.
Oh, okay, yeah, her.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, one of the things I respect about that movie is that the actors, the guys that played like the Japanese Yakuza guys, like you see them, you're like, oh, they got some real Japanese guys to play them, but they're all like LA born Asian actors, but they turn on the accent. To me, that's dope. When someone like purposely does an Asian accent, even though they can speak a clear English.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, back to Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it wasn't that long of a movie. I didn't get bored at all.
No, not at all.
I didn't get bored. I actually think maybe it could have done with a little bit more downtime, a little more time for it to breathe and like get to know the characters a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I enjoyed it. I'd go watch it again.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm okay. I'm gonna just talk about the part that I hated.
All right, so you want to just get into spoilers now?
I mean, we're gonna get into spoilers eventually. You know what I'm saying?
All right, fuck it. All right, so for those who haven't watched it,
I can't talk about why I liked the movie without talking about what I didn't like about the movie.
Okay. All right, so for those who haven't watched it yet, just pause, go to your local cinema, get a popcorn and an Angry Orchard, go watch Black Adam, and come back and restart.
Hey, hit the matinee. That's what I did. I went right after work. Well, you know, I worked the night shift, so when I got off and went in the morning, which was actually an old school feeling of happy.
Yeah,
because like because I literally, you know, I got up at midnight, did what I had to do, got off work around 11 o'clock that morning, and I was like, okay, I'm going straight to the movie theater, and I actually got excited, like, holy snap, you know. Yeah.
It's something. It's like something to look forward to, and that's what a blockbuster is supposed to be. You know, you got a lot of movies right now, and they sit there and they try to be deep, they try to tell you something. That's the kind of movies we usually turn to. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, like going to the movie theater is supposed to be an escape. It's supposed to be
indeed, yeah.
So like you should be excited to go to the theater and watch something. It's an event. If it wasn't an event, just stay home and watch it on TV. But
it takes away from the joy. I don't care how big your TV and your surround sound is. Yeah.
I saw that shit in IMAX.
I was sitting there with a bottle of Jack Days and grapefruit juice, just chilling.
No popcorn? You look like a popcorn kind of guy.
Nah, I took myself out to eat after that. I literally, it sounds super crazy. This is Monday at 12 o'clock in the morning or afternoon, whatever you want to call it. I watched them. Yeah, like that's what it felt like. I was like, I'm going to watch a movie and I'm going out to eat by myself. I'm just going to chill and call it a damn day. You know what I'm saying?
A day date is awesome. People put too much stock in, getting dressed up nice and going out at dinner time to the expensive restaurant. No, a day date, you'll go play mini golf at 12 in the afternoon. Yeah. Let's go, go walking around the lake or some shit.
Yeah.
The best. All right, everybody. Spoilers coming up. In 3, 2, 1. Chris Brown, you on?
Hey, the two little bastard children didn't need to be in the movie.
2? Well, that was 1.
Cyclone and the fucking, that was Adam or
Adam Smasher.
Yeah.
No, so here's the thing. I like them in the movie. I just thought we could have used some actual downtime with them to get to know them a little more.
Either that or put a little light on their characters too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I felt like was it Hawkman?
Yeah.
I felt like he had enough depth for you to understand who he was.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, wasn't in Justice League, isn't the Hawk girl a girl?
No, it's Hawkman, and I think there's 2 of them.
Okay, it's maybe I'm tripping. But then even Pierce Brosnan's character, I thought he was dope too. Like those 2 people played those 2 characters like at their level in life, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because Pierce Brosnan used to be 007.
Yeah.
But he plays like I still got powers when I'm older, so it's more wisdom now. Okay, cool. I could dig that. Then I didn't expect Hawkman to put up such a good fight, but then again, you gotta be able to fight something. You know what I'm saying?
Hawkman was dope. I didn't
that's what
like
I'm
him
saying.
as much as I was.
Yeah,
but he was like G'd up. Like he had a heavy moral compass. We don't kill.
Yeah,
don't do stuff. And he's like, but I'm gonna fuck you up in order to get that message across to you.
Yeah,
he was really good. Go ahead.
I'm not. I was saying when it comes to the other 2, like the girl is definitely. I'm not even trying to downplay their acting, Susan, like that, because she was a pretty girl. She did look like a younger person. Yep. I want to say 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
But it was just like the little cheesy lines or whatever. Like when the Adam Smasher got big, and he went to go help her up. She's like, I knew there was something different about you, whatever. It's like, are you trying to make a love connection with these 2 already? Let's get back to the movie, goddammit. Fuck these 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the, that's the thing. Yeah, you're gonna have, especially with these kind of movies, you're gonna have those little corny one-liners and stuff like that. And like,
but that's what pissed me off because it's DC. DC isn't corny. DC's about dark, gritty, grimy stuff.
I understand that. I know they're trying to appeal to more audiences.
Yeah,
I think if we had gotten to know their characters a little more, it would have been a little easier. I think we got to know them enough to make me want to say, oh, I wouldn't mind seeing another movie where I get to see them more.
Yeah,
I don't mind that. I think we didn't need that little boy, the goddamn skateboard.
Yeah.
Fucking fake ass John Connor. That's exactly what he was. He was like John Connor, and then Black Adam was like the Terminator.
You know what? You got a point.
Yeah.
You got a point.
He tried to make him do hey, you got to learn, you need your own, what is it?
Catchphrase
and shit like that. It's one of those things where like, I get what they were going for. I get that like, the kid was supposed to be Black Adam's source of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
I just think there could have been a better way of going about it. Cause he just talked way too fast. I didn't really understand what he was saying.
I mean, I understood it, but it's like the part that got me about him, because throughout the whole movie, it was doable, it was working.
Yeah.
But that part at the end, I guess before like the major battle, and he's out to talk to the people and has his hands up. He's supposed to be giving
Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah, supposed to be giving that Morpheus speech. I was like, dude, you're yelling across the town and still talking like you're in a room with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, this is our town. Like, no, man. Like, where's the emphasis besides the urgency in your voice? You know what I'm saying?
Well, there was a scene where he was, where Black Adam was trying to leave the apartment, and he's following him down the fucking stairwell, and he's talking to Black Adam. Yeah. He's talking so fast and trying to get shit out, like trying to get information out. Mm-hmm. That's just, I think it just could have been done differently. No. But yeah, I mean, what'd you think of the main character? What'd you think of The Rock as Black Adam?
It was good. The first initial scene and everything, it took a minute to grow on me and everything else. Mm-hmm. But then because I think he was, to me, was a dark, gritty version of DC. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he will kill you. He does not care. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when they actually expressed that, I was like, okay, cool. There's that DC universe that I'm looking for. Yeah. Like the gritty part of it. And that's why I think him and Hawkman actually did really, really well. Yeah. I hate the black on black violence, but
He was first of all, Hawkman wasn't fighting the black side; he was fighting the Samoan side.
But that's what it is.
He was like, you know what? This is for all my black wrestlers who got beat up by Samoans over the years.
That was for Booker T.
Yeah, it was for Booker T and Big E.
Oh man, oh shit! But yeah, actually, I think he came into the character very very well. I don't think I think as fans, especially for me, you're so used to seeing him as The Rock. You know, say instead of an actor.
Yeah,
and I feel like he actually was acting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I felt like he actually felt like he was playing Black Adam. He wasn't playing The Rock dressed up as Black Adam, which I liked.
Yeah,
that's one of the things I was worried about. That like I was gonna watch it and just see The Rock playing The Rock again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's crazy is that they actually had to take the muscles out of that suit.
I mean, I would have doubted The Rock's biggest shit in real life.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, when they make those suits for the actors, they always put like the muscles in there and shit like that. Like for him, it just made him too bulky and too weird looking, so they had to take it all out, and that's all him, which is crazy.
But you seen him in real life, and you said this big motherfucker.
He done bumped into me. I thought somebody backed the Whirlpool refrigerator in the back of me.
Oh man,
yeah, that's a big dude. But like, it's crazy. Like, there's this intimidation that comes when you're around someone that size, that height. It's like, you can watch it on screen, but he's playing a superhero, blah blah blah. It's him playing a character. But then if you saw him in real life, dressed like that, instead of being black, you'd be like, I'm not fucking with him. Fuck that shit.
Oh man.
Hell no. I mean, who else? What other actors have that kind of imposing figure?
We feel like in real life like
if you saw them in real life, you'd be like, oh shit, you bigger than I fucking thought.
Nowadays, I can't really name somebody, but of course the older movies. Stallone, Terminator.
Yeah.
Because of like the roles they played, and to be that big in real life, it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like The Rock was the guy. Go ahead.
Oh, so did you see the trailer for the new Creed movie?
Yes, I did.
Look, and I saw Homeboy in The Harder They Fall.
Yeah.
The villain in the Creed 3.
Yeah.
Now that dude looks like you might know him to mess with him in real life. You know what I'm saying? Based off of just the preview alone. You know what I'm saying?
The way he was doing the twitches as he was walking through the diner, facial twitches, I was like, oh, he's coming across like someone who just got out of jail. But he's the next big villain in Marvel because he plays Kang the Conqueror. Did you watch Loki?
No, I didn't watch Loki.
Yeah, he shows up at the end of Loki. He plays Kang.
Okay.
And then he's gonna. If you watch the new Ant-Man trailer just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he plays Kang the Conqueror there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but I mean,
yes,
I feel like The Rock brought back the whole 80s muscular action hero look.
Yeah, because I mean, before him, who was there? Was it Arnold Schwarzenegger? Because
Arnold, and then I think maybe like Stallone fell off. Then it was Arnold. Then it started going to a little more realistic, looking like Jason Bourne and stuff like that. But then like Vin Diesel, kind of.
The only thing I have with Vin Diesel is I feel like Vin Diesel plays the same type of, I guess, person in every movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, did you see that new Triple X?
There's a new one?
Well, the newest one that came out, the one that had Donnie Yen in it.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me that ain't Fast and Furious all over again.
Yeah.
Putting together a team. He's got on the black shirt with the gold chain. Come on.
Yeah. But Vin Diesel ain't even that big. He looks that big on screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the last big person we had as an actor was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Actually, have you seen the new Jack Reacher show on Amazon?
I haven't watched it, but I know what you're talking about.
That dude that plays Jack Reacher, Alan Richardson. Mm-hmm. He played in the new TMNT movies, the one with the CGI Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
He played Raphael.
Okay.
But if you see him in Jack Reacher, that dude is fucking jacked. Like, god damn. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's it gives me a lot of. I ain't trying to get that big, but like, man, I don't know.
I gave up on that once I realized I'm not growing past 5'11". I was like, I'd never be 6'6" and 350 pounds and carry it
Well,
well.
I mean, you still trying to get to 350 pounds, just not. You ain't 6'6".
No, nah.
Yeah. No, you and Jack Daniels on a good workout routine, trying to get
Oh,
to.
oh, every day I got whiskey power over here. I gotta make sure my muscles stay full of it.
Yeah. All right, but okay, so that's Black Adam, but like, okay, so the Justice Society, you had Hawkman,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, and I forget what the girl's name was.
Cyclone.
Cyclone. Like, what did you think of them? Because I mean, obviously they couldn't bring in Justice League. Because if they brought in Justice League then it's like you can't really have Black Adam lose or Justice League lose right now. So what'd you think of the Justice Society?
Now, before I crack on the name, is that a real part of DC comic books and everything?
Yes, that's an actual comic book group. Dr.
Okay.
Fate. So Dr. Fate, you might have saw he had like some resemblance to like what is it? Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So Dr. Fate was actually created before Doctor Strange.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's around. It's actually true.
What? No, I mean, okay, I'm not knocking it. Like I said, I thought Hawkman and Doctor Fate's characters were actually fitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, just something about the boy and the girl. Like, I think her power was cool. I don't know why it was so colorful. You know,
Yeah, I don't know.
like I didn't understand that part.
Yeah.
But like I said, maybe like you said, maybe if they would have went in depth with their characters a little bit more, then it might have made more sense. Because
yeah. I like. Did you see the little cameo with Henry Winkler? You know who that is, right? Man.
no, I know the name. I'm just trying to think. What cameo was this? I'm still lost.
Henry Winkler is the Fonz, man. That's Fonzie.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
That surprised me. I was like, out of all people, him.
I want to say in some, I forget where it is. It's either a TV show or a comic book thing, whatever. But in that, he plays Atom Smasher.
Oh, okay.
So they made this one his nephew.
Okay, gotcha.
Or nephew or grandson, something like that.
It was his nephew because he was Uncle Al.
Yeah. Man, yeah, I liked the idea of bringing in the Justice Society because it gave some people to the it gave Black Adam someone to butt heads with. You know?
Yeah, and that's why I liked it because like I didn't expect Hawkman to put up like that good of a fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then because if you look at him, size, stature, and everything, you know, The Rock is much bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for him to actually back up his fighting and everything, and for him to actually fight, I was like, okay, I like the way they did that. You know what I'm saying?
What's up with comic books? And they always got to have this character who's, you know, got a bunch of money and a bunch of tech. Because you got Batman, you got Tony Stark, fucking Hawkman, fucking Green Arrow. It's all rich kids. Like
Black Panther, apparently he was the richest one of all of them, I think.
Yeah, because he's got a whole entire country.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, money is power.
Yeah, but I mean,
money,
like that's
you heard the song "Money, Power, Respect." It's just the way it goes.
Yeah, but I mean, like, can we get a rich kid who lost it all and then lost it all because of, you know, shady dealings, and that's why he becomes a superhero? That's you.
Yeah,
that's the law. Sheriff Chris Brown.
They ain't gonna find me. I am the law in these parts. Oh man. You know what?
Hold up. So you got that hat and you got that white hat,
mm-hmm.
and then your freaking Colonel Sanders hat. Like, are you making a collection of cowboy hats?
I actually want to, yeah.
Specific reason?
I just like the way they look, like the way they fit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, I know something about it.
I just realized now that, like, because the last one we did the announcement or that we were doing Black Adam, you had on the white hat.
Yeah.
I thought you had the white hat with the string that ties below it. That's why I said you look like Howdy Doody.
Oh, no, with no string.
But no, it's your earbuds.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, so so essentially in Black Adam, he was a slave. There were slaves back in the day in Kahndaq or whatever, and you know things happen. He ended up getting buried in a tomb.
Yeah,
and now they're trying to release him because they have all the Inter gang taking over the country, and they want him to come and help, free
the people.
Yeah, And so, they had all these stories about, Black Adam and him helping out the people, or Teth Adam.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they go and they let him out, but it comes out that like, he's got a dark side. What would you do? Because I mean, like, it's not unheard of that there's a super or a hero with a dark side, or one that don't mind killing. Like, what would you do? Would that change your perception of the hero in your town?
If he had a dark side,
like like him and like Punisher, like they don't mind murdering motherfuckers.
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't change my perception. Just let you know what kind of person they are. Which is why I think Batman is such a pivotal character in the DC universe, because no matter how dark he is, because Batman's dark as hell,
Yep.
he always goes back to the justice system. You know what I'm saying?
But he kills. He's killed in comics.
I mean, the comic books. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
did you like in BVS where he was killing motherfuckers, branding them, all that shit?
You talking about the opening scene when he was in the desert?
Yeah. He was because that was the nightmare scene where he was shooting people with the gun.
Yeah.
And then when he was driving the fucking Batmobile and he was shooting motherfuckers and blowing them up.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
Why? Because I know a lot of people have issues with that. That movie.
Get grimy, get dirty. Like what did Denzel Washington say in Training Day? Sometimes to catch a wolf, you got to be a wolf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to step into that game, that arena.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the one aspect that people right now they're telling stories, and the story might not be where you think it is. So like people look at Batman versus Superman and they're like, oh, it's Batman versus Superman, but they're not looking at Batman as he's been doing this for 20 years. He's just tired of it. He's done like everything he's tried to do to take people down. They just keep coming back. There's nothing. He's over it. He's like, I'm done trying to be the nice guy.
Yeah.
And that's why in Justice League, he ends up getting that resurrection when like he's inspired by Superman to go back to remember who he was, why he became a hero in the first place.
Yeah, because he basically killed Superman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there is one thing that actually made sense. Like, I'm not too familiar with the comic book version of Black Adam and everything else like that.
Yeah.
But after watching Shazam and everything, I understood why he was a killer. You know what I'm saying? Because in Shazam, they recruit children. You know what I'm saying? And when they
go ahead.
No, and when they turn into the superhero, they become an adult, whatever, basically be able to fight crime, but they're really children on the inside. And I think that's what made Black Adam like as lethal as he was, because when his son gave him the powers, he was a grown man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he thought differently than a child would. Children just don't want to just kill people. Just, they want to preserve life. They're still innocent, so to speak.
Yeah.
But because his dad got it and watched his own son die, he was a different level of, a superhero.
Yeah.
And I understood that after watching the movie. They get children because children are innocent. They still think pure. Yeah. They don't go after adults for probably that main reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I didn't think about it like that. I didn't think about it as in like, okay, he was an adult getting the powers.
Yeah.
I just thought he was a guy who had, already been through some shit. So when he got the powers, he's like, yo, I'm going to do what I should have done. He's like already engulfed with rage. But no, that makes sense. Like, obviously an adult's going to go through way more than a child. Yeah. So yeah, they're going to approach heroics much differently than someone as like a child who's still, innocent and still got that Boy Scout mentality.
Yeah.
What as compared to Shazam, obviously, because this is in the same world as Shazam. Same like Jaimon Hanso's that same wizard gave him the powers. What do you think of this versus Shazam?
This was definitely better.
Okay.
Shazam was, in my opinion, geared towards kids, but it makes sense because he was a child. You know what I'm saying? Now Shazam wasn't bad. Like I actually thought it was pretty decent, but this was more for. I think they did an even level of trying to entertain adults and children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I will give them that. I thought that was pretty well balanced.
I think with Shazam, I think they would try to go a little too jokey sometimes. And that's just me, my own personal likes and dislikes. Like I just don't like that much jokey joke stuff in my superhero movies.
Yeah,
I mean, it's in spurts, cool, but
and I think that's what made this one actually like holding on to that DC darkness, but still trying to, I guess, be different for this new age.
yeah.
Because even when he grabbed the two hostages, it took him up to the sky.
Yeah.
What did he say? He said, "That's why I waited till you got there. Then I let him go."
Yeah, he goes, and I saved him. He goes, yeah, I knew you were gonna save him. That's why I waited till you got there till I let him go.
Yeah.
and then Dr. Fate was like, well, he's got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like I really like Pierce Bronson. I think out of all the characters in the movie, I think I like Pierce Bronson's character the most.
Yeah.
I think it just fit. Just
I think he had that a good balance of light and dark in him. Like Hawkman was very steadfast. Like, yo, we don't do this shit.
Yeah, I'm
gonna fuck you up if you do it, but like we don't do this shit. And Black Adam's just like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah,
no winged ass ain't stopping me.
Yeah. And
then Dr. Fate's like, well, I think he understood. Like sometimes it might be needed.
Yeah, but it would just be funny. Like, for instance, when the mom was cussing him out, she's like, "This is about my son, and you two are gonna work together." He just sat there and looked at him like, "Yeah, mom's kind of smoking." You know what I'm saying? While he was tapping his helmet, like, don't argue with her.
What'd you think of the uncle,
the electrician?
Yeah.
I feel like he was too much for the movie. Like he was more of the goofy side until he got shot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you think the movie needed a little bit of that, or as much as he gave?
To entertain the kids, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's singing "Baby Come Back" in the van, waiting for him.
Yeah.
And they talk about what she said. She said, "Granddad left you a bald spot in his hair or something like that."
Yeah, women like bald spots.
Yeah, he started patting his hair.
Women got they don't mind.
For y'all that can't see what Sarat just did, if you're listening to this, he literally just checked the back of his head real quick.
Listen, I'm not gonna deny that my ass is almost 40 and I have thinning hair.
You see, he's got a comb over right now.
Well, I got a comb over because I'm Asian, and because it helps. I'm Asian. That minoxidil is playing a hefty hand and helping me keep that full.
That's your story. You're sticking to it.
But no, like, okay, so then basically the whole movie is like one big action scene.
Yeah,
it never really stops to breathe, and that's one of the issues I had with it. Like it stopped for a quick second when they were on the plane trying to figure out where they took the kid, but immediately as soon as they found out where he took the kid, Black Adam took off.
Yeah,
I wish they had spent more time delving into the idea of why, like what's when you should kill, when you shouldn't kill, like what's wrong with things like that. Like I think there was questions that could have been asked that like they just didn't take the time to slow it down and do that.
Gotcha. I mean, I get that point of it, but I also feel like they were trying to show that Black Adam really doesn't care about nobody but himself. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that. But like they didn't. I mean, but yeah, okay. So in that same vein, you didn't need to find the little kid that quick. You could spend a few minutes talking and figuring all this shit out, and then all of a sudden it pops up. Oh, we got the kid. He takes off. I just think it literally they showed them on the plane, and then within like 2 or 3 minutes they found the kid and he was already gone. And then it was another action scene.
You thought there's just an action scene when basically he blew everything up?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of action scenes, let's talk about. I mean, this whole movie's called Black Adam.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
This movie is called Black Adam, but Black Adam isn't really the villain. He's the main character.
Yeah.
And then you got the Justice Society, who clearly the heroes, and they're here to stop Black Adam. But you can't have the main character be like the villain of the movie. So what do? They just throw in a random ass dude.
The random ass Middle Easterner.
Yeah, Ishmael.
Yeah,
like he just. I thought he was just so inconsequential in the movie, and then all of a sudden the last act comes like, oh, we still need a villain, so let's have him do this. I mean,
I think it all comes down to we've been talking about the pace of it all,
Yeah,
because I actually enjoyed that twist to it. Because of course, when they was reading the crown, they had to flip it upside down and
yeah,
realize they were reading it in reverse. And then when he talks about who he is, he's the last descendant of the king that was, in that bloodline.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, I get that. You know what I'm saying? Now I do feel like the last fight just went too quick. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I feel like there should be a little more in depth to his backstory.
yeah.
But
Well, that's the thing. I think there's maybe about 45 minutes in there where they try to convince you that he is, he was on the same team as the girl. Then also
yeah,
he stabs her in the back, but he's just working for the intergang. When in
hmm
reality, he's been doing his own thing the entire time. I think you didn't need to show him off like talking to the people and talking about, we're gonna get this, we're gonna have it here. Like they could have just made him like the leader of that group, trying to
yeah.
fucking get that thing.
Hmm. Because even open the scene, but when he's like, I said, make it look real, and I hit me in the face, and he shot the dude.
Yeah. No. I just felt like that I felt like if they had established earlier on the movie, like he wants that crown
Hmm
because he's the descendant for that. Like I wish they had built that up about, if he gets the crown, he's gonna do some shit with it.
Mm.
Versus he gets the crown, then all of a sudden last minute, like, oh, he read it upside down. Oh, he read it upside down because that's gonna take him to the underworld, and then he can turn into a demon. That all
Yeah,
happened in the matter of 5 minutes.
yeah, it really did.
Motherfucker looked like, yeah, he did kind of look like Hellboy a little bit.
I thought that too. But of course, you need a big enough villain to be bigger than a superhero.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, which was good. I just wish they didn't it felt like they just shoehorned him in last minute. Like prime example is Spider-Man 3, the Tobey Maguire one. Right?
okay. Hmm
I contend that the final fight should have been between Sandman and Spider-Man.
But it was between him and Venom. Am I right? Right?
Yes. It
Okay.
was
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Green Goblin versus Sandman and Venom. I think he should have had the battle with Sandman in the black suit, and then the last scene of the movie should have been him getting rid of the black suit and the black suit falling on Venom and on Eddie Brock, and he becomes Venom, and that's the end of the movie. And now you're waiting for that fourth movie where you're like, oh shit, Venom's finally here.
Yeah.
That's what should have happened, but they had him Eddie Brock become Venom early. I mean, like late in the movie. Now all of a sudden you have to just establish him as Venom and like have him do all this crazy shit. And it's like, you didn't need that.
Yeah. I mean, going back to that one, I thought that it was okay because he was following Spider-Man, and when he was in the church and he heard the bell, and he was like, "What are you doing up there?" And that's when the suit started falling off of him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
I got to go back and watch it again. But
just look at that scene where he's like, "What the fuck? What's he doing up there?" Then all of a sudden, the thing falls on his hand. He turns into Venom, and he dies at the screen, and it goes black. Like that should have been the last scene in the movie. Because if that was, people would have left the theater like, "Oh shit!" Even if the last scene in the movie was, what is it? Fucking something happens with Spider-Man in the black suit. He realizes he can't have the black suit anymore, and then all of a sudden, the mid credits is the scene in the fucking church. He gets the suit finally off of him, and it falls on Eddie, and he becomes Venom.
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that happen. That would be dope. But you gotta remember, these movies came back 20 years ago.
Hold up. Oh yeah.
I mean, so everything's they try to keep up with the times of the world.
Yeah.
But
so is there? What was your immediate thought walking out of the theater?
You want to know what my immediate thought was walking in the theater?
Yeah.
And I know it's gonna sound really, really crazy, but I actually want to give a shout out to Danny Garcia. And the reason why is because ain't that The Rock's first wife?
Yep.
And they're not married anymore. They still have a child, but they've done so much as a team, as friends.
Yeah.
When I saw her name on the credits, I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's what's up.
Yeah, they're co-owners, her and her husband. So her husband is The Rock's trainer.
Okay, gotcha.
And then her husband and The Rock all are partners in $7.
Yeah,
So I mean, yeah, it's dope. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like for them to go their own ways, but still remain cordial and working together. Because didn't they just do a whole deal for was it XFL
yeah, yeah, yeah.
or
Yeah. They
I
bought the
mean
XFL and they're getting ready to try to relaunch that somehow.
yeah. So when I saw her name come up, I was like, holy shit! Produced by Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia. I was like, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, if the rest of the world could learn how to work the fucking together, it might be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean, I also believe she's a manager. I don't know if
I'm,
she's The Rock's manager, but I
mhm.
know she is a manager.
I mean, whatever she is, the fact of knowing that they were married at one time, they got a child and everything, moved on with their lives, but still, like the child isn't the only thing that keeps them
Yeah.
communicating. Like they actually
Well,
get along. You know what I'm saying?
so I don't know if this is true. I don't know how true it is. People can look it up. But
Mm,
I heard that one of the people that she manages,
mm.
you know, there's a little mid credit scene at the end,
Yeah, yeah.
and then the person that comes in is
Hmm.
also one of the people that she manages.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
All right. So if y'all haven't seen this mid credit scene yet, I implore you, just because if you're a fan of comic books, if you know the possibilities of what could come soon, like you had to get excited for this.
Yeah.
You just had to. So, do you want to explain to these people what happened in the mid credit scene?
Holy shit. Okay. So Waller, which is of course she's the. If you guys kept up with, um, what's that damn movie?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. Waller is Viola Davis, her character. She's like runs it all, and she sends like a drone in to talk to Black Adam, and she says, "No, basically we can't beat you, but if you stay within your walls, we'll leave you alone." And he's like, anybody on this earth can stop me. Like I'm gonna do what I want regardless.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I know people that ain't from this earth. And he's like, send them all. And then he destroys the video, and then who appears? The blue and red.
Goddamn Superman. And like Henry Cavill Superman.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill Superman. And then he had the S curl and everything. And he was just like, he was like, yeah, no one's made the world this nervous in a long time.
Yeah.
That's a dope ass line.
It is.
Like,
Yeah, I thought it was real dope because it just shows the difference in their superhero tactics.
yeah.
Like Superman's all about symbol of hope and peace and everything.
Yeah.
So when he says that, it's like you could tell he's not trying to bring the fight to him, but he's ready for it. He's like, no one's made the world this nervous in a long time.
I like that, Black Adam just looked at him and smirked. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm ready for this. What did you think of Henry Cavill's Superman, like in Man of Steel and Justice League and stuff like that?
Oh, I thought, especially the very first one when he made his introduction.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was dope because at first I thought it was like taking too long to build up, but then once it built up and it took off the way it did, it all just like everything was perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because you can see the inspirations that this movie took from from Man of Steel, like the way the action looked, like seeing Black Adam like speed up and knock people out versus trying to in other movies they see all the heroes doing all the punches, but this one like it had them moving super fast and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I'm a unrequisite. I love Man of Steel. I love the whole direction of Zack Snyder's DC universe. And I wish they had gone with it. Because from what I read, if they were going the route that they were going to go, I just don't think the world wouldn't have been ready for it. It's just they were too impatient. The world was like, oh, that's not our Superman. That's not our Superman is like the Boy Scout. He never does this. He never does that. I'm like, but let them tell this story. They're telling a specific story. You're just not letting them do that. You want to see that Superman? Go watch the old fucking 1980s one.
Yeah.
Go watch Lois and Clark.
Like I think that's the problem with people, even myself included, because we have seen so many reinventions of movies. We had this idea of how is it going to tie into that. And for instance, we talked about this with the Batman and how we compared it to the Dark Knight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, we all know Batman's story. And I think that's what made the Batman so good. As you pointed out, They didn't go into Batman's history. They made it a Batman movie. Like, he's already Batman. You know who he is. This is the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like with Superman, it's like, okay, yeah, you guys might have knew this Superman, but we gonna change up a little bit. And I feel like it's hard to do, but if we could just go inside of a movie and watch it for what it is versus trying to put our own take on what might supposed to be there, you'll probably get more enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, because I mean, the way they were approaching Man of Steel, they approached it as, what would happen if the world all of a sudden was confronted with the idea that we have a superhuman person on this planet? Like, we have a superhuman alien on this planet.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just be like, okay, hey, come help us out. No, they'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
They would react exactly the way they did in Man of Steel. Like, no, he's not our, like, he can fucking kill all of us right now. What do you mean we're going to fucking just let him do whatever?
Yeah.
And then, you know, Batman versus Superman, that's one of the things I love about it, because the whole movie, Bruce refers to Superman as an alien. He never refers to him as Clark or until the end, or Superman until the end. He always refers to him as an alien. And that's the idea. Like, he's not looking at Superman who's spent years trying to save people. He's looking at this guy who fucking had one fight in Metropolis and demolished an entire city and his whole building, and all these people that he loved, or his workers, employees, like, died and shit like that. And he's trying to take them out.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a dope idea. But everybody's like, oh, you know, Batman wouldn't kill, and Superman isn't that brooding. Well, you know what? If I tried to help everybody out and I got motherfuckers talking about, you know, he's still not doing good, I'd be pissed too. But yo, what the fuck do I got to do? What do I got to do to make y'all happy?
Yeah.
I mean, why do people want that good versus bad? Is it because it's easier to digest?
It's I think it's just the way it is in life. Everything we do is good versus bad.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, if you know you're trying to get in shape, and you know you have a whole meal plan together that you're supposed to do.
Yep.
But then you...
Oh, are you talking about getting in shape because I done fell off my meal plan? That's why you're bringing it up, you piece of shit.
I was
Blazing Saddles looking motherfucker.
Hey, don't hate hey, don't hate, you know what I'm saying? However, I wasn't even talking about you, but if the shoe fits, as they say, wear it. But I'll put it on me if I just to stint you in your fucking feelings and shit. you guilt tripping yourself. Look, I've been trying to get in shape forever, and I'm not out of shape, but I'm definitely not in the shape I used to be in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I know I have a problem with food. I love it, so I know I can meal prep and do everything all week long. But let me come home and see 18 food trucks outside.
Yeah.
Fuck that meal plan. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Bro, I'm on a specific meal plan, and I have them all at the house, and I eat them all religiously.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, you know, I see a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie, some ice cream, some curry go. I'm like, all right, I gotta go get that.
See what I'm saying? So get back to the original question. It's all, I think, because I think we all struggle with good and evil every day in our lives.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just from different choices we make, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One being trying to eat healthy because you know you want to get to this, but you know you got a taco truck sitting right here.
Yeah.
And you can smell the taco truck. You got to go inside and cook that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Can you keep going with this? The drink finally hit. I got to take a piss. I told you, man, I'm not feeling good.
No, you go piss within the first 30 minutes every fucking episode.
Whatever, motherfucker.
So yeah, I believe that we all have a battle with good and evil in our everyday lives, no matter what it may be. And I think it all comes down to just choices that we make, whether it's for ourselves, for our environment, for other people, places, and things, whatever the case may be. So I think good and evil is always going to be a point in every movie because everybody struggles with it. Something as simple as, like I said, even trying to eat right, you know what I'm saying? So the concept of good and evil with movies, you have to have it. You have to have that balance. And that's why I think it's so interesting, or it hits a little differently when evil actually wins. You know, like if you guys watched Avengers Infinity War, nobody expected Thanos to win, you know, in that movie. But I think that's the whole element of like when evil actually does win and everybody's sitting there like, yo, that wasn't supposed to happen, because we're so used to good triumphing evil all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, no, that's I think that was part of the reason why Infinity War worked was because, especially for Marvel, it was always the good guys winning. Always good. You never thought the good guys would lose, and all of a sudden they lost. Side note: you ever piss so good you should get the shakes?
Hold on. Oh, what?
You ever had a pee so good you get the shakes? Like right up your spine.
What, you catching the Holy Ghost in the bathroom?
Bro, I'm just saying, like I've been peeing a lot lately, and like I had that nice pee that it sent the shiver up the spine. Yeah, it was nice. So the reason why I bring this up is
it's usually in the morning, like when you don't want to get out of bed and you finally do to go pee. But go for it.
Yeah. So the reason why I bring that up is, you think girls ever get that? Like when they squatting down, they sit down, they get that shake.
That's a good question.
No, there's like, you ever get to that place that's so good you got to put your hand on the front and just hold yourself up? Just
lean on the wall like, yes, it's happening.
Yeah. You think a girl gets that? You put the hands on the side of the stall like, look like they're trying to take off.
You know what? I don't even. Why are we discussing this? However,
I just peed and it was on my mind.
No, I'm just thinking because, however, that's actually like I can remember being out drinking, or riding along, not driving, but drinking in the car.
Yep.
And that pee hits you. And as a dude, you're like, hey, just pull over somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And you just get out and dive into the nearest bushes, and you literally dive into the bushes and you don't even care.
I remember driving back from Providence one night. I was with two girls, good friends of mine. We're going up 146, I believe. That connects Providence to like Natick or Attleboro, whatever, up there, Worcester. We're going up and like, Surratt, pull over, we gotta pee. And they just got out the car and just squatted down on the side right next to the car. I'm like, okay, all right.
When you gotta go, man.
Yeah, but like, do you ever think they get that clutching? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like when I've never actually had a conversation with a girl about this, so I really don't know.
Yeah.
But if it's the same way for them as it is for us, like when you gotta go and you can't hold no more, and you just like, hey, it's got to happen. You don't even care. Yeah. It's like such a sigh of relief, just like
that's like, I'm telling you, they get that shake in the butt. That's where twerking came from. They're trying to shake the water off like a dog.
That's oh god. That's where twerking came from. Yeah. Having to pee too bad and can't get to the bathroom.
I know. Like, hey, do that golden retriever.
Shit. No, do that corgi. Your dog got buns of steel.
Bro, my dog, he got little hams down there, bro. His back legs don't bend. Every time he walks, they just stay straight. Look like he on leg braces.
Shit, man. Oh gosh.
But no, like the idea of like good and evil, especially in superhero movies, I always find it odd when you start painting heroes in gray areas and people all of a sudden like, no, you can't do that with this superhero. Why? Why would you why not? We you have numerous stories of Superman, being the goody two shoes. Why not write a story where they paint them in a gray area? Do you know which direction they were going in with the Snyderverse before it all got cut?
No, I know you said it was like supposed to be like extra like dark because they changed it up, like when they're fighting in the, I guess not the town hall, but like the public park or whatever. Yeah. And when he throws Batman, it's like, do you bleed? And Batman's like, something's definitely bleeding. And we all know that's not something Batman would say. Yeah.
No, so I mean, initially, are you familiar with the Injustice storyline?
No. Right, well, besides the video game, but
so that's it. Okay. But did you pay attention to the actual storyline of the game?
A long time ago, but
so what the story for Injustice is like, I think Doomsday, some shit happens, get into a fight, and then Clark witnesses Lois Lane dying. Okay. He's been affected by it so much that like all of a sudden he realizes like he can't do anything to stop people from being evil. Like he can't, like, as much as he tries to inspire everyone, he can't stop people from being evil. So if he can't inspire the world to be good, he's going to do it by force. He becomes a tyrant. And so now like Superman is the villain and it's up to the Justice League to fucking take him down. That was the storyline they were going with in that whole thing where, they were going to have it to where he was being manipulated by not Doomsday. What's his name? Darkseid.
Okay, yeah.
So they were gonna go that direction where Superman was the villain of the story, and now Justice League had to take him down. Like, I was all for that shit. I wanted to see that.
Well, yeah. I mean, as a matter of fact, with that being said, do you question people that want to actually see the evil win, or like are happy about it? And the reason why I say that is because I used to date this girl, and I never understood it because, you know, as a fan of movies and good and evil and everything else like that, it's like, you know, the superhero or the good guy is supposed to win. He's going to win.
Yeah.
How he wins is what makes the movie either good or bad. You know what I'm saying? But then if you get the movie where the bad guy can almost win. Matter of fact, what was the movie? Law Abiding Citizen. Gerard Butler, Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
And, you know, Gerard Butler was a bad guy, but his purpose was because of justice and failed him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And this girl threw a whole fit like, I'm tired of the bad guys losing. And I'm like, but he's the bad guy. Yeah. So in the back of my mind, I have like an eyebrow raised, like, why do you like the bad guy so much? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that weird to you?
To me, it's weird when somebody wants to see the bad guy win all the time. But like, I get when people like the bad guy better, because generally speaking, a lot of times the bad guys are written so much better. Look at The Dark Knight. As great as Christian Bale is as Batman, that Joker.
Yeah.
You know?
Say we Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah. It's just sometimes
he was just that good at being evil.
Yeah. Well, sometimes the character is just so well written and so interesting that you kind of fall in love with that character. You know? So I get it, but like, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't want to see the bad guy. I don't necessarily want to see him die every time, but, you know, maybe he gets his point across to where it changes the hero a little bit.
So I think that's I think that was a spin for Infinity War for me. Like
actually won?
Yeah. Like, I mean, because when, you know what, I think we talked this before, like the coldest part in the movie, in my opinion, two coldest parts is when they get in Wakanda and Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. You know, he tells them get Captain America a shield.
Yeah.
And when they take off running, you see those two take off in front of everybody. Like, just to let them know, like, they're superhuman, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I thought that part was dope. But then when Thor shows up and, you know, he's got his axe and he's got Groot and everybody, it's like, oh yeah, it's about to go down.
Yeah.
So even when he hits Thanos, he catches him. And Thanos is like, you should have aimed for the head, snapped his fingers. And everything goes to shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was like, yo, did we really just lose?
Mm-hmm.
Like we lost for real. You know what I'm saying? That was
everybody's just feeling. Like, what's going on right now? Like,
yeah.
It's crazy. I like, and the thing is, with that, it was the midpoint in a long story arc. So I get it. Like, sometimes you can end a story where the bad guy is up, but eventually the bad guy is going to go down.
Has there ever been a movie where the bad guy has actually ended up decent? Because the bad guy always loses. They lose, but has there ever been one that's lost but still kind of won?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Has there been ones where like the bad guy ends up in jail, but like he kind of acts like, you know, he's okay, I'm rehabilitated. Let me press these license plates.
I wouldn't even say in jail. It's like where he's the bad guy and he actually maybe got captured and everything else, but he still kind of won the battle. You know what I'm saying?
That's so Black Panther, because Killmonger died. They buried him, but he said, but you know, he kind of changed Chadwick. He's like, hey, you know, he changed his train of thought, and I think ultimately, if that happens with with the villain, if he does that to the hero, then I think ultimately the villain comes out like on top, because he may not have won in the end, but he changed the way the hero thinks. In the end, it's that inspiration that.
Yeah. Like, he didn't win in the end, but he still won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I get that.
Yeah.
That's the way I felt when that snake bit me.
Oh.
I won, but that motherfucker won. I'm not going to lie. I won, but that motherfucker won. That motherfucker made me rethink everything in life.
you put that gun up there, snake was like, Wakanda forever. And then going up
I was like, what the hell just happened?
Let
Oh
me find out
shit.
that shit was a fucking black rattlesnake.
Uh, I got the picture of it. I sent it to you.
You might have. You might
Uh,
have sent it a while back, but like, bro, I don't know. That's just, bro. Yeah, how come there are no snake heroes?
there was. You ever seen Kung Fu Panda?
It's not a. It's not a. It's a cartoon.
Viper.
Yeah, but no, I don't think that really counts. You ain't got no. There ain't no like person from like Jacksonville talking about I'm gonna be the black racer. Like, the closest thing you get is Kobe Bryant. He's the black Mamba,
yeah.
or a Stone Cold because he's a rattlesnake.
But Stone Cold's philosophy was don't trust anybody, motherfucker. Like he was the one person that no matter what, his gimmick is to bite you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
no matter what,
you should have listened. You should have fucking listened.
Oh man,
guy, that snake bit you and then took the fucking beer. I was like, right before it died.
I shot his ass, but shit. And I said that motherfucker won. That motherfucker won. Hey, I'm not afraid to admit. That's why I always say I won, but he beat the shit out of me.
I saw that. He put paws on you. Paws, fangs, all that shit. Man. That's that Deontay Wilder, the one punch.
Yes. Oh man.
No, right, so Black like in the scheme. Would you go see Black Adam again? I think I might have asked you that earlier, but
I would.
But would you see it again in the theater?
Probably not.
Why?
Because now I'm more about paying attention to the storyline. Because, like I said, I think my own personal self was I didn't want to see The Rock play The Rock. You know what I'm saying? I did want to see a good action movie. I wanted to see the dark gritty of DC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I even though I tried to go into the movie as open as possible, I still was looking for things versus being pure watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like now if I watch it again, I'm going to watch the movie and eliminate all the other stuff that I didn't really care too much for and watch the movie and see if it hits me differently.
Yeah. I don't know. I might see it again in the theater just off the basis that the spectacle of it, the action scenes, so a lot of that stuff was actually like tailor made for the theater. Like a lot of that stuff I'm glad I saw it in IMAX.
I mean, the only movies, the last two movies that I went to go see in the movie theater that I saw more than once was the very first Avengers. Like I went and saw that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I saw regular IMAX and then IMAX 3D. You know what I'm saying? I had to see it all the different versions. Mm-hmm. And then the last movie that I went to go see was Batman. I want to go see that again, but in the movie theater. I don't know why. I just wanted to be in the movie theater with that movie.
Yeah. I think, I'd see it. I think, especially in IMAX, there's just certain things like some of that stuff. If I watched it at home, I don't think it would have hit the same. I don't think watching Atom Smasher running and growing big at the same time would come across the same on a screen at home.
Nah. You need that big screen.
Yeah.
I swear, if I look, you've seen my house. If I can make my backyard a movie theater, shit.
Bro, that shit.
Get that big ass screen, my little ass house with that big ass screen in the back. Shit,
you have a country ass drive-in.
Hey, I'll have it closed up and covered up, but that'll be like my house movie theater.
Bro, listen, the way your backyard's already set up with all the fucking trucks and cars and motorcycles, that should look like a fucking car lot. You might as well just put up a screen and then charge people to come park and.
Hey, just get a popcorn maker and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Popcorn and moonshine.
Like, what are we watching today? Pootie Tang.
Sada.
What's an old movie that you wish you had seen in the theater that you never got a chance to see in the theater that you wish you had seen in the theater?
Really? Holy shit.
It doesn't need to be too old, but just, it's a movie that you remember, like, I wish I had gone to the theater to see that.
Damn.
Chris thinking about this, like someone just told him, hey, it's positive.
I mean, yeah, shit. Because I've actually never really.
Chris, the lines are blue. Oh, shit.
I've actually never really thought about, watching a movie and then wishing I would have saw it in the theaters. I don't know. You know what? Wait a minute. When did I see Inception? Did we go see Inception together?
We might have. We might. That was a long time ago.
It was, but I remember watching it, and just because of how the graphics and everything were changing, I really feel like that was a movie I wish I would have saw in the theaters because something's telling me I didn't see it in the movie theater.
I
So
wish.
so I can say that. What you got?
I wish I had seen Into the Spider-Verse in the theaters in 3D.
You talking about the Miles Morales one, or
Yeah, the cartoon one.
oh really?
I
I
wish.
thought you went to the movie to go see that because I did.
I didn't, and I wish. After I saw, it, I was like, I wish I had seen this in the theaters in 3D because it was tailor made for that shit.
Yeah, there was so much going on. Like you kind of needed the movie theater for that one.
Yeah, I remember. I think it escaped me, and then all of a sudden I watched it. I was like, what the fuck? Where was this? Like, why wasn't I on this at the time?
Matter of fact, speaking of movies, theater movies, did you see the new Avatar trailer?
Yes, I did.
Are you excited about this one?
So I might have seen the teaser trailer, but not the actual trailer but I'm excited. I'm an avid Avatar freak. Like I love that.
Well, see, because that's the thing. When I remember when Avatar first came out, and it was all this hype, and then I went and seen it in 3D in the movie theater, and I could see why it was all this hype. Like, yo, this shit is like actually amazing.
Yeah.
So for the second movie, I'm telling you, I'm actually not excited to go see the movie. I'm excited to go see it in the movie theater. Yeah. Like I really don't care about the movie. I just want to see it in the theater again. Which is weird.
I hope they're bringing back the 3D for it and all that stuff because Avatar had some of the best 3D I'd ever seen in the movie.
I think the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, so the thing is, people give Avatar a lot of shit. They're like, oh, the story sucks. It's, it's like Fern Gully all over again. But like, what people don't realize is, they're transporting you into a whole new world with a whole bunch of new elements and new like thought processes and a lot of stuff. So in order to introduce you to a whole new world, they had to hit you with a familiar story. Because if you're trying to listen to a complex new story and then try to pay attention to all the intricacies of this new world, I think it's too much overload. So I think with that one, having a familiar story, but then putting it in the world of like, this whole new elements and the 3D, the LED or the bioluminescent plants and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was perfect. I think that's how you got to do it. Because you ever seen a movie that's like, all right, so say Inception. All right.
Okay.
If they did Inception in a science fiction movie with like aliens and like if they did it in like what is it? Fifth Element.
Okay.
You would be like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It'd be hard to follow. But because they set the sci-fi movie up in a modern day city with modern day elements, it's easier to follow the complexity of the story because you're not overwhelmed by like, oh shit, look at this, the way this building look. Oh, look at how this thing looks over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just my theory. I don't know.
I guess we'll get back to Black Adam. Let me ask you this.
Yep.
The part where he breaks out the prison, did you think that was cheesy?
Which part was that?
Because he's not Black Adam at that moment. He's back in human form. However, he's still a man. Because remember, he wasn't a child when he got the powers. He was a grown man.
Yeah. So they put him in that prison and they put him in the prison and they're locking him up forever. But then the isn't it the fucking the evil dude? Something happened that had to unlock him. What was it?
No, Cat, Dr. Fate was his name.
Yeah.
He's talking to him. He says, I know you can hear me. And he's like, you've seen what you've seen. You have the choice to do good or evil. And I guess he's breaking down to him like basically his choice.
Yeah. And
he wakes up and he breaks out I think Cat's character actually breaks him out.
Yeah.
But it's up to him to do the rest.
Yeah.
And, he's running through fighting the guards and gets through and everything else. And I was just like, is that possible? Because he's in the prison under the ocean. Like
now I gotta watch it again.
Oh God!
Why did I think that something happened? He got released and just turned into like hit the Shazam word right away.
No, Kent actually I think broke the glass to get him out, but then he had to like do the groundwork. And I was like, okay, now you're a 5,000-year-old man with no superpowers right now. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Fighting.
You ain't got arthritis? What the fuck?
Like, so I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, I'm not saying that he can't fight, but I'm pretty sure those guards had to be trained in combat moves somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he was doing CrossFit all these years in that too. Never know.
CrossFit wasn't around till like 30 minutes ago. Shit.
When it comes to the Lord, anything with the word cross in it is good with him.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
But no. I like the movie.
No, I definitely liked it, and I think I just want more of that DC gritty.
Yeah, it was a little more blockbustery and not enough gritty fucking like I don't. The gritty is the word I'm looking for, and I wish it. But maybe it'll come a little later.
Because even when he threw the hostage, and he was like, "Did you kill him?" And he turns around and watches him, and like he didn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
No, this is what I want to ask you. Now, what do you think the Clint Eastwood reference was?
So I think they wanted him because the whole idea was they wanted him to be more like Dirty Harry than just I'm an evil guy killing people. Like, no, I do what's necessary.
Okay, because obviously they're playing that movie when he wakes up, and then when he has the standoff with the guards, they're playing the Western music, which to me was like a total throw off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it kind of some of that stuff. Some of the editing was done in a way where it's like, oh, this thing led right into this sound led right into the next thing. Mm-hmm. But just the way it came off so fucking cheesy. I was like, I think that's sometimes people are like too clever. And like that, they get this. We'll do the Western with the sound. It's like, but sometimes that's too clever. It pulls you out of the movie.
And at that moment, that's what it did.
Yeah,
like this gate guard guy is about to have a standoff with a fucking superhuman. Mm-hmm. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
Playing Western music. And not even with a 6-shooter. He told us some whatever kind of pistol he had, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Black Adam's got electricity out his hands. Yeah, you're not gonna win.
I think it was just like, there's a lot of like shoehorned in funny and clever things where it's like it sounds good, but then when you see it, it's like it pulls me out of the movie. I get it; it's supposed to make it a little more lighthearted.
Yeah,
like, some movies aren't supposed to be lighthearted, or let it be how lighthearted in that moment.
And I don't feel like this one was supposed to be lighthearted.
Yeah,
I really don't.
Superhero that kills.
Yeah.
No. But okay, so that's Black Adam, out in theaters right now. Go ahead, go out there, watch it. I'm sure if you've listened already, then you've watched it. If not, go watch it, then come back and listen again and see if we were right on top with you. Go ahead.
I do have a question for you though.
Yep.
What was your favorite part of the whole entire movie?
My favorite part of the whole movie?
Yep. Whether it was a scene, a saying, an outfit, whatever, like something that you saw is like, yo, that stands out to me.
I mean, one, I love that mid-credit scene. Just because Superman came in, but when he came in, he had the blue and red and yellow. He had the S curl. It was like comic book Superman and not just Superman. I like that. But there's a scene where fucking Hawkman has his little battle, like that battle axe thing, wall that was spinning. Then he turns it down and it turns into an axe.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, in that moment, I was like, oh, I need to learn more about Hawkman. This dude is fucking dope.
Yeah, that scene was dope. But the one scene to me that like did everything for me is at the end when Black Adam sits in the chair and he does the same pose from the comic book.
Oh yeah,
and even to the point where he's sitting back and fixes his foot to match and puts his hand up. I don't know why that scene right there was so cold to me.
Dude, he
that scene right there was so cold.
The Rock looks like an awesome fucking superhero. He looks like that's an intimidating motherfucker. Like if he's the main villain of something, I would love to see that. I would love to see him play the main villain in a fucking comic book franchise.
Yeah. Well, like when he said that, I've seen the comic book picture.
Yeah.
In it, and I don't know if that picture was so iconic or whatever.
Yeah.
But for him do that pose and like kind of get it down to a T to match, I was like,
how many takes do you think it took? Oh, motherfucker, your toe is off. You turn that shit. Turn it, motherfucker.
You know what? My realistic mind says at least 4 takes, but me just knowing, like I know, like I feel like me and The Rock were like DMX, like we're like best friends in real life.
Yeah.
Even though I've never met him. I
just because y'all black?
Yeah, you know, we're black and losing hair a little bit, you know, whatever. I feel like his work ethic, he probably got it in maybe 1 take, 1 to 2.
I don't know. I'm curious. I'm about to put in the call and ask him. Hey, yo, Rock, how long it take you to do that scene?
He go like, first of all, Jabroni.
How'd you get this number?
Yeah.
Dude, if you call here again, I'm gonna shoot you.
What the hell? Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, I just thought that like that to me, that one little scene where he sat down was like the it scene for me.
Yeah. All right. So do you think the movie, so without the kid, without the kid playing the humanity of Black Adam, you know, reaching into his, you know, and grounding him a little bit, do you think the movie would have worked without him?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think, because I think the same thing could have happened with the mother.
I was about to say the mother could have did all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When I saw that and they had the kid and the way he was acting, it reminded me of the stepbrother or the foster brother in Shazam, the one who was in love with all superheroes.
Oh yeah.
So this all just reminded me of. It's like the same thing. So I don't know if they were going for that. They wanted to do like, oh, this is like Shazam, but different. Who knows?
Well, I mean, that's why I said, like, I didn't even know Black Adam was a part of that Shazam family.
Yeah.
Unless that's just like movie purposes, because I guess I don't know his history.
No, it is. It's because Shazam is like DC's Superman. Wait, no, Superman is DC Superman. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah.
He's got like a lot of the same powers and shit like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But, you know, yeah. All right. So that's Black Adam in theaters right now. Go see it.
Indeed.
If you haven't seen it yet, I don't know why you're still listening. But anyways, go see it and tell us what you think. As always, it's your boy Sarat, a.k.a. Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, a.k.a. Red Fort Delta. And for the record, I like that my man's wearing the red shirt and I'm rocking the black today.
Yeah, it always works. Somehow, some way.
Look, the red and white.
Somehow, some way, it always works out.
Shit's crazy, isn't it?
And if you don't know what we're referencing, besides the logo of our podcast, go look at our announcement video. And when you got little Chris X over here.
I'm the original. Nah, no, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna say the original because he's originally going for the other team.
He's his own person.
Yeah.
But you did take some fashion cues. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah.
Yeah. Again, this is an episode that we injected into our little schedule because it was a hot movie. The blockbuster hit. Shoot. We got another one coming up soon too.
Yes, indeed.
We'll announce that one.
And I'm actually really anticipating that one.
Me too. And if y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody.
For real.
Coming soon.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Subscribe now.
That's good. Man, listen, you been watching YouTube videos?
I was gonna say the other thing, but I was like, no, let me change it real quick.
I would have said, we got 2 words for you. Pussy juice.
Yes, indeed. You can never go wrong with that.
Yes, sir. And we out.
We bitches.